What is cracking with you, YouTube? It is your man King Howie back with another video, and let's get into it. Originally, I thought Dak Prescott would get paid once Jerry Jones hired Mike McCarthy, but with news coming out at the Super Bowl in Miami, all of the sports athletes come out in support of the Super Bowl, and Dak Prescott was on, I want to say Rich Eisen or Dan Patrick. I forget which show he was on out there during the Super Bowl weekend. And he stated that contract talks and negotiations about a new contract has stalled around week 4. And I remember when I told Cowboy fans this when I was in Las Vegas, I forget what week that was, that Dak Prescott would not sign a contract with the Dallas Cowboys. But nobody wanted to believe me. You got to understand, man. You have to understand the type of agent that Dak Prescott has. Now, the agent that Dak Prescott has, one of his clients is Aaron Donald. And he got, who else? I think DeAndre Hopkins is one of his clients. So you should already know that Dak wants to get paid the big money. I believe the Cowboys have about $88 million in cap salary space. Um, and they have people they have to sign. And I thought once McCarthy got signed that a contract would be sliding towards Dak. But um, they say that they tried to give Dak a 3-year, $100 million, $50 million guaranteed contract. And he just like, what? He just kind of just laughed at that. And once they couldn't, the Cowboys did disagree with the number that Dak Prescott tried to offer them. Contract talks have stalled since week 4. And I think the Cowboys lost a game that week. I believe they lost a game that week. I want to say they lost to the Jets. That's right. They lost to the New York Jets week 4. The Jets were 0-4, I think, and they lost. So I don't know what happens from here. I know that, the Cowboys do have a chance to franchise tag Dak for about 28 to $29 million, but Dak Prescott has stated that he's not even going to work out at the facility at the Cowboys facility unless he has a contract. So I don't even think he's going to be in Dallas. He might be training somewhere else. But if I'm Coach Mike McCarthy, I would be knocking on Jerry's office door, like, "Hey, bro, you need to get this quarterback contract situation handled because I do not want to be coming into the new season on a coaching for a new team having problems with a quarterback. I just got done having problems with a quarterback. Now I'm in another situation with a quarterback, and this time it's over money. Um, I still believe that there was another team talking to Dak Prescott's agent, filling him in on the details of how much money they were willing to pay Dak Prescott, and I believe that's where they came up with a number to give to the Cowboys because I think there is a team that's willing to give Dak the money that he wants. So I don't know if I'm Jerry. I know Jerry probably don't even want to franchise. Well, who knows? I think Jerry wants to pay Dak Prescott. I think it's Stephen Jones, who's really like not really trying to overpay Dak for what he's done. So this is gonna get interesting, and I believe Dak Prescott is really really going to go to war with Jerry Jones. Who knows if he's getting any type of information on how to handle this situation from Zeke, if him and Zeke are even cool like that, or is Zeke letting Dak handle this situation on his own, like Dak let Zeke handle his own situation when it came to getting a contract. So there's probably going to be reports coming up throughout the week about this situation. But I honestly thought once Mike McCarthy got signed to be the new coach, that Dak Prescott would be signing a fair contract, not a groundbreaking light. What do they say? Um, you know, becoming the biggest paid quarterback or player in NFL history. That's gonna keep changing as long as the salary cap keeps bumping up. And let's not forget, we still have to deal with a possible lockout. Coming up within the year. Well, coming up after next year. So I think the NFL is going to probably come to some sort of agreement in the middle of the season. I think everybody's going to want to play the 17 game season. Of course, the NFL is going to have to offer more money, which is going to drive the salary cap up even higher. And the players are just going to have to deal with it. So, but at just looking at this from the outside in, I just know that the Cowboys are not willing to give Dak the bag like that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of unfair to Dak. You know what I'm saying? We talking about a guy who wasn't really expected to be the starting quarterback for the Cowboys. Tony Romo got hurt, and then he had to, jump right in there and play to the best of his abilities to help this team win. And I just thought by what Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones has seen Dak do on the field, his performances, the productivity, the progression that he's went through these last 4 seasons, you would expect that, the Cowboys would pay him. But, you have a team like the Eagles winning the Super Bowl and winning a division twice in a row. I could see and understand why the Cowboys would be, pump the brakes on giving him a big time lucrative contract due to the circumstances of the season and the outcome. It's not what Jerry Jones wants. And you hear on TV every day Skip Bayless hammering away at the nail, trying to drive his point across the television screen about how great the Cowboys are, and they just haven't lived up to his expectations and his standards. We are, the rest of the world, we already know how good the Cowboys are. We already know they trash. And this is a perfect sign that should be telling Cowboy fans that they are trash. If Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones is not willing to give him a big time contract because they know he's not that good. I mean, that's just obviously plain to see. So the Cowboys got to figure something out to try to mend this situation as quietly as they can. But I have a feeling that Dak and Dak's agent are not going to budge on the number that they want. And I believe, in my opinion, that this is just going to get messy the longer and longer it takes to get this man a contract. Does he deserve it? Does he deserve it? I mean, after I'm a Packer fan, so I've gotten the chance to watch Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers, play the quarterback position at a higher level than Dak Prescott, and just by that, I don't think he's worth the money. To me, Dak is like a $20 million a year quarterback. To me, he don't play up to the standards of a quarterback making $40 million. So that's just my opinion on it. If I'm Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, I wouldn't pay him. I wouldn't even try to franchise tag him. So with that being said, man, go Pack go.